Just 2 weeks behind Knox Johnson, he continued eastwards for another lap of the Southern Ocean to save my soul, as he put it. This is the real solo race, sailing like it's 1968.
Forcément, tous les gens qui reviendront de Golden Globe Race, forcément, il faut s'attendre à ce qu'ils aient changé.
It's a great story and it's the 50th anniversary, and it's a great opportunity to relive the original solo sailing when technology wasn't available, where we're just using sextants and wind-up clocks to find your position. And it's really the story of humanity and human endeavour in the extreme. So the world has never seen anything like this event.
Okay, we're still laughing here. We made it on time. A few minutes ago, we had nothing. Welcome to the GGR. Anyway, yeah, we lost Ertan. I lost one of the video clips, and Jane was scrambling. Jane's in China at the moment. They're sitting in a hotel doing 2 weeks worth of quarantine with a bad internet, and I had to get her to download another intro video clip really quick. So, g'day everybody. We're starting to run out of entrants, and I'm not sure who we're going to interview next. But next week, we'll probably have a couple of silly old buggers again and talking about stuff. But we've got Ertan. I'll pull him up in a sec. And then we've only got a few left, and we'll have to rethink what we do. But it's been a bit of fun. Thanks. You know the deal. You can ask questions, this, that, and the other. And now all I've got to do is find Ertan. I deleted him by mistake a little while ago. And he tried 2 different things. He's here somewhere. So we should have him at the end of the chain here. There he is. Woohoo! 1, 2, 3. Here he comes. 2, 1, 0. Ertan, you can hear me.
I can. Success.
Oh, it was like a seesaw, eh? 1 minute he could see me, not hear me. I could see and hear him, and anyway, we're here. So that's all good. I'm happy. So how are you? Where are you now? And what boat are you on?
Well, I am in Alicante at the moment.
Okay.
And I am in my Sun Odyssey.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. And where's your GGR boat?
Well, that is currently in somewhere near Newport in Belgium. Just had the deck completed in a yard. And a friend of mine is going to take it over to the people who's going to put a new mast there. But there is a bit of delay on the mast. I believe Sparkraft's having problems with some of the components.
Right.
So we are still waiting for the mast to arrive. Hopefully, as soon as it arrives, it'll go up, and then I will go to Belgium to start preparing the boat for the next race.
Okay. Now, usually we talk for like 10 minutes before we come to air, and we talk about the photos you've given me and so on. We didn't get a chance to do anything, but I've got some deck shots here. So this is part of the refit. So what did you actually, what have you been doing to the deck?
Well, because it's going to have the same mast as Uku's boat, and I had the original mast previously, all the fittings at the base is all different. So there was a lot of work to be done at the on the deck side of the boat prior to mast being put up. So and the boat has been in the yard for more than a month, I think, having this work carried out. And I believe it's been completed this week. So hopefully she'll travel to the riggers where they will wait for the mast to arrive from Sparkraft.
Yeah. Okay. So you're getting Sparkraft France to build the mast?
That is right. Yeah, it's the same as
Jean.
Same mast as the Uku's.
Okay, so that's the same mast builder as Jean-Luc. He actually built the mast for my little Mini 580 as well. He's obviously getting plenty of busy. He's doing a few, eh? I think they're all following Jean-Luc's lead. Why did you go to Belgium for the refit?
Well, it is. I have a friend who has a Rustler 36,
Yeah.
and we were out sailing together. In fact, we went to Azores race together last year.
Okay.
This is where I met Paul, and
Yeah.
he just done a mast replacement, and he was quite experienced of what has happened to the boat from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
And this year in June, we were out in the Atlantic, and we spent almost a month together sailing tandemly, him in his own boat, solo,
Yeah.
and I myself. And then he said that he would supervise the work if I brought the boat over to Belgium, which that is what I did.
Yeah. Okay. So is he interested in doing the GGR? Because I think everyone that's got a rustler, I mean a bloody rustler, has to do the GGR.
Well, I'm not sure about the GGR as yet, but he's doing the O-Star or 2-star next year.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
So he will be in Plymouth at beginning of May.
So you're both doing the Ostar. That'll be a bit of fun.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it'll be great fun. Yes.
Hopefully, there's no more rustlers in the Ostar. Two's more than enough.
I think so. I think that's all there is. And
okay. Look, we have.
And afterwards, I am hoping that I will see you in Les Abdalon beginning of August. That's where I'm going to be based the boat from next August onwards for the start of the GGR.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, well, you'll be welcome here, that's for sure. You know the place more than any, but yeah, a bit of fun. Okay, well, that all comes together pretty well. So we didn't get into the basics. Most people will probably know who you are and that you entered the 2018 race and you retired after a week. Okay, some people might not have seen the little comments we had last week, but just go through us again. First of all, why did you get into? What made you want to do the GGR?
Well, after I finished work at 2017 and sailed the boat to the boat I am on to Mediterranean, I wanted a unusual challenge, and GGR seemed to be a perfect fit.
Because you came in late, eh? You didn't. Yes. I remember you were one of the last to call us. I thought, whoa, okay.
Well, when I went to have a look at this rustler in Sardinia in November 2017, my intention was for the 2022. But we went and got the boat, and you said that if I make the start, you will let me start.
Yeah.
So when I left at the beginning of February, Sardinia with the Lazy Otter, I had a race to get to the start.
Yeah. Okay.
And obviously, the boat wasn't entirely ready, but we made it at the start. And
yeah, you got the green card. That's all you needed.
Yeah, and it was a wonderful experience, and a lot of it I would not have learned had I not made the start. And I am going to next race with entirely different views and with intentions now.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and everyone will want to know, why did you pull out after 7 days? What's your story there?
Well, prior to start, for the 6 months, I was almost away from home, trying to get ready and bring the boat to the start, and there was a bit of void there. And although I made the start, really I wasn't ready myself, and I wasn't really prepared, and having no high frequency radio, having a not working engine, that was not really the reason to stop the race. It was just I wasn't ready to continue away from the family for another 7-8 months.
Yeah. It was a really hard decision. I know at the time it shocked a lot of people, and I just sort of looked at it and said, well, that's just the GGR. I mean, there's so many different reasons you're there. There's so many different pressures involved, when you get on the course, things like that. And so whilst it was a surprise, at the same time, I knew there was, I mean, it's a very personal thing. You can't do this sort of level of a challenge unless you're totally there. And that maybe like it was a sensible thing to do. So yeah, kind of interesting. And so, how do you feel now? Obviously, you've come back because unfinished business and so on. But are you excited, or you're apprehensive, or you just feel more confident? What's your attitude?
Well, I am confident and very relaxed about 2022 now, because my boat will be ready well before the race, and all I will have to do really is to stay fit and healthy to the start.
Yeah.
And all the things that I had worried last time, I will not have to do that. I will just concentrate with myself and my family, and get to the start comfortably.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the beginning now. Where were you born? What was the family life? You know, how did you get into sailing? What were you doing besides sailing? What's the story there?
Well, I was born in Istanbul, and I was there until I was 17 years old.
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough that my father bought me a boat at a very young age, and so I used to mess around with that. And then at 79, I moved to Britain.
Yeah. What did your family do? What did your father do?
And my father also had his own business. He used to build factories and buildings, and
Yeah.
he was a civil engineer.
Okay. And what about brothers and sisters?
I have a sister whom you met.
Oh, yeah,
Lives
yeah, yeah.
yes, in Los Angeles, and I'm sure she will come to the start again next time.
Yeah, good.
And my mother still lives in Istanbul, and
Yeah.
my sister still lives in Los Angeles.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what drew you away from Turkey?
Well, lots of things, but largely personal. I went to Europe in '76. And Turkey was very much a different place at the time, and I saw Europe, and I said, "This is where I want to live."
Was
So,
Turkey a good place when you say it was a different place? Or it was a good place to grow up?
well, it was a good place to grow up, but I wanted what Europe had to offer, and I wanted
Yeah.
independence. And I just left home at a very young age. I just wanted independence of staying alive on my own, really, from
Yeah.
from the age of 17 onwards. So I just took the bus and went to England to make a life, which I thought
Classic.
was quite exciting.
So how did the life start? What were you doing then? What did you do for work?
Well, I did lots of things. Initially, I went to Oxford to learn language.
Oh, that's
And
serious
then,
independence.
yeah.
I had no
Like,
idea. Okay.
well, I was 17 with a mental age of 10, I think. And
So
that has helped
what
a great deal.
language did you want to study? What was the deal there?
Well, I had to learn English in order to be able to stay in England. And obviously, once I started there, I soon ran out of money, and I did umpteen different jobs to survive. But life was exciting. When you're young, everything is exciting, and not
Yeah.
worried about anything.
Yeah, exactly. It was an interesting era, eh? I mean, I think you're younger than me, but that whole period was the world was free. It was all there. It was all in front of you, and weren't any dramas. There was opportunity all over the place. I often think that now, you know. But anyway, we won't go there. so
Yeah.
so okay. So what was the next big shift in life? Like you know, how long did you stay in England and all that sort of stuff?
Well, I went back to Turkey for a limited period after my father died. That was quite a long time ago, and I wasn't really happy there. So I returned back to UK,
Yeah.
and so I restarted again. And
Yeah.
um,
So what about? I know you got a great family, wife, all that. So when did that happen? You know,
well,
when did that
in
happen?
early '90s, I got married to Arzu, and you know very well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then we moved to Bournemouth and to start our business.
Okay, now your business is unbelievable. Tell people what you do. It's hard to describe it, but when you see it, it's quite amazing.
Well, all my life, really, I worked for the services in the British military, the Air Force, the Navy, and largely the Army, from the military colleges and the military barracks, making dress uniforms for them.
Yeah, that's incredible.
A tailor, and that's what I did sort of almost 35 years, dressing up military personnel.
Yeah. Now we've already a few of us GGR people have discussed the fact that we need to do a dress uniform. We need a blazer. We need a GGR blazer. And in fact, maybe it'll be a globe blazer because we've now got the Ocean Globe race and the Mini Globe race and the Golden Globe race. So we're going to have to talk about this at length. And in fact, if people in the comments there like to comment, don't you think we should have a blazer, you know, with stripes for one circumnavigation, you know, half year, And well, we could do a hat. You know, I've got a lot of bald head I need to cover. What do you
Well,
think we should
I
do?
don't think you want to be called Commodore. It's not.
No, none of that rubbish. But I think we really should have a blazer. You know, we're getting up in the world now.
Well, why not? Why not?
Okay,
if it
all right.
makes you happy, I'll go along with it.
Yeah, we got to work on that. I know Jean-Luc thought it was a great idea, and we got 7 Brits in the next race. They're into blazers, you know. Aussies just think to blazers with blazers, but anyway, that's another story. Okay, we better get into some serious stuff now. Word associations. Okay, you know the deal. I'm going to shout out a few words, and you're going to tell us the first thing that comes to your head. Okay, fear.
Alive, I guess.
Dreams.
Also alive.
Lonely.
Also alive.
You got something on your brain there, Ertan. Okay, luck.
Always am.
Okay, money.
Necessary evil.
Sextant.
Necessary evil.
Mother.
Wonderful.
Drogue.
Don't know much about drugs.
Excitement.
Again, alive. Be alive.
Cold.
Don't like it so much.
Risk.
So-so.
Winner.
Wonderful thing if you can get it.
Time.
Not enough.
Food.
Love it.
Bowline.
Only not I know how to do.
Knife.
Necessary item.
Southern Ocean.
Would love to meet it one day.
The Sable d'Olonne.
It is a fabulous place.
Inspiration.
I think being alive every day, I'm inspired.
Vendée Globe.
Wonderful event.
Yeah, it's crazy, eh? In fact, people are probably wondering it's raining and windy and horrible here at the moment. Well, it's okay, but everything's still happening. We've got to wear masks everywhere, and there's talk of curfews coming down here. We don't have curfews here in the Sable d'Olonne yet, but there's the discussions on all sorts. But the Sable d'Olonne have done amazing things to keep the GGR, keep the Vendée Globe going, which is going to be very exciting. Okay. So questions, Ertan, you know what's going on here. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
1.
Oh, 1. What are your guilty pleasures?
Sweets.
Sweets. Okay. What sort of sweets?
Well, anything that is cake, Nutella, chocolate.
Jeepers. Okay, I won't go there. Okay, 10 to 20.
10.
10. What thing could you not live without?
Water, I guess.
Water. That's a bit mechanical. You should have said your wife or your kids, or anyway. I shouldn't comment. Sorry.
in reality, we can all live without.
Absolutely, I agree. Okay, moving right along. 20 to 30.
30.
30. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Friendly, hospitable, and smiley.
Okay, you're picking questions no one's ever picked before. Okay, 30 to 40.
We'll go for 30.
30. Oh, we've already done that.
Okay, we'll go for 40.
Oh, okay. I mucked up there. Okay. How do you deal with stress?
Normally very well indeed. I am pretty good with that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you always look pretty happy. Anyway, I'm just thinking of a few things in the last race, but anyway, all good. Okay, now for the deep and meaningful questions. Pick a letter between A and N.
A.
A. Oh boy. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
I don't mind whichever. I like it very much.
Okay, I'll give you another one now. Pick another letter between A and K, A and N.
We'll get D for Don.
D for Don. Okay, why are manhole covers round?
I have no idea.
Neither do I. Okay. All right. Now, normally about now, we'd bring in this next person, you see, and, just highlight the person next week, but we don't have anyone next week. So we're not going to. Oh, sorry, Ada just told me we got questions. No, we've got more things to talk to Ertan too, but I'm going to quickly go through the comments here and questions. We've got Vic St. Don is watching. Andy French is there. Ellie Azura is there. Oh, your wife is watching. You've got at least one fan.
Well,
Dominic Katiga. Ada's here. Hello, Ada. I forgot to mention, Jane is in the hotel watching on the side, helping me. And Ada's here as well. And just to give us thing, Ada's actually working for GGR and OGR. And we're actually having a full day business meeting today. Anyway. Yeah, I said hello. Yeah. Ellie, how is your shortwave communications going this time, Ertan?
Well, I've had a brand new unit installed last year. I went and did the course.
Okay.
And last year on the ASAP race, I was able to talk to a number of people. And I'm hoping to be able to make a full use of it on the way to America and back next year also to get more practice.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Yep, a good installation go a long way. Rob Havel's there. Roy P. Talia. Good to hear you, Ertan. Amy PH. Girls are watching. The girls are watching. Andy French. Takes a brave man or woman to know when the time is right to pull out and not plough on regardless. Here. Yvonne Kula, hi Ertan from sunny Falmouth. Looking forward to catching up next time you're visiting Lazy Otter. Jeff Rishel, hi from Tampa, Florida. Ada, you have brothers and sisters. I've already asked that question. What about your answer next week, Don?
Yvonne makes us, in fact, she's done wonderful cakes and breads and presents for the GGR entrance every time we were in Falmouth. She's wonderful. She came and visited us in June as well, and she brought us lots of gifts once again. Thank you very much.
Oh, she's a fan. She says you look very good in a blazer, apparently. Anyway, I don't want to be Commodore. Mike and Gay are there. I think I've done the questions, Salim Karabati, best wish from Montreal. Okay. All right, so that's cool. So okay, just tell me what, now having seen 2018 at GGR and intimately involved with preparing, what's your biggest fear after the start? What do you think is the biggest challenge for you?
Well, I would like to stay healthy and fit until the start, and I think everything else I am not really concerned. Really, my well-being of myself and my family is the only concern. That is the only concern. Everything else is fixable. Yeah.
Okay. And so what's the fun element? Where's the fun? Why are you doing it? Where's the fun aspect? Or is it purely the challenge and you don't know where it's going?
No, I think even thinking about it is fun, and the whole experience is fun. And what you're providing to me is not something can be bought by money. The experience is just quite wonderful in every level. And I am so glad to be associated with what you're organizing, Don.
Yeah, cool. So okay, so you want to stay healthy and stuff to the start, but what's the thing you're most looking forward to? What's the vision? Where's that?
Well, I am looking forward to arriving to Les Abdalon in August next year, and then staying there and making the start, and returning back to Les Abdalon after completing the race. And these are wonderful things to look forward to.
Yeah. Okay. And so where do you fit in the three groups? There's the winners, there's those that want to go around and finish and sail as best you can, and there's those that just want to go around. Where are you at on that?
Well, I certainly would like to go around on the and finish on the top half of the competitors rather than the bottom half, for sure.
Yeah, okay. Andy French just asked, will you be researching drogues and will you carry one in the GGR?
Well, I once tried a drug and I didn't have very good experience, so I won't be carrying a drug. I will have other items to slow the boat down if I needed to.
Yeah, it's one of the most interesting subjects in the whole GGR, especially for sailors. You know, would you, wouldn't you, all the rest of it, and you know, it's a personal choice, and that's specifically the reason why we don't specify, you know, too much. You know, we leave those issues up to the individual skippers. You know, so that's cool. And what about food? What do you? Oh no, tell me, are you happy with your boat? You're happy with that bloody Rustler? You know, and why did you
Oh,
choose it?
I am very happy with her. She's a fantastic boat, and she's very sea kindly, and really, she's really good for the job.
Yeah. Why did you choose it? Why did you choose the Rustler in the beginning?
Because Jean-Luc chose it.
Yeah, that's good enough. You know, like it's interesting. You know, you look at the fleet. We've got a very mixed fleet now. You know, we've got a lot more interesting boats next time round, and it's really hard to, you know, try and define which is going to be the fastest and da da da. There's so many different elements, but it's going to be a fun race, that's for sure. So, what do you think you're going to miss most when you're sailing the GGR?
Well, I think I miss talking to my family and FaceTime every day. That I will miss unless you change the rules by that time. and that's about it, really. I don't think I'll miss much else. I guess I'll miss talking to them every day.
Yeah, yeah, too true. Okay, and so the situation when you finally finish the race, okay, and let's say you well, we won't say what position you're going to be in. What are you going to do next? What's after the GGR?
Well, there is the 2026 and the 2023.
Not another one. You're as bad as coconut. Yeah, it's funny, eh? You know, there's a really interesting thing. I mean, I'll make a statement now, which might shock a few people in a strange sort of a way. I'm probably not going to do the GGR again. You know, I've given up on that thing. It's not going to happen. But it's a lot of fun from an organisation perspective as well, dealing with the people. So last time it was an adventure, you know, for me and Jane, you know, running the first race. But now it's an amazing sort of experience. You know, yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I'll probably be there for 26 as well.
I hope so.
You get to play with all you silly buggers, you know. But anyway, that's another story. So yeah, it's evolved. Oops, it's evolved in some strange sort of ways, but we get as much fun out of it as anyone. It's kind of cool. Yep. Okay. So we're technically up to half an hour. Tell me something that you want to say to people. Something that you want to talk about the GGR. Not on what rules you could change. I'll ask you that as the last question, right?
No. But, well, GGR is a wonderful event, and I hope a lot more people follow it and try to participate in the future.
Yeah. I think the next one's going to be even bigger. There's no question, because the feeling is already. People saw what happened in the first one. You know, I mean, it was no one knew what would happen. I think we had a little bit of bad luck, and certainly we've starting 2 months later next time, so we should get better weather. But certainly when you sail down the river here in Les Sables d'Olonne, I think people will be looking at you in a totally different perspective. Like all the entrants, they'll just know that everyone's going a long way, you know, and it's at sea for a long time, and so yeah, it's going to be quite different. I better just do another swing by on the questions here. Did I miss any tricky questions, Ada?
Yes.
I did.
Not so much.
Round manholes, so they cannot fall down the hole. Mike and Gay said the answer to why are they round manholes, so they cannot fall down the hole. That doesn't make sense. Does that make sense to you? I'm not sure where that's going. Anyway, yeah, researching drogues. Billy Beatong, regards from Jean-Luc Lemond. Hi, Ertan. Ada, Andy French. Will you be? Oh, we've done that. All the sea longing, Ertan, the nicest man around. Oh, you got another fan. Very nice to see John Clark. How about having some of the last GGR skippers being interviewed over the next few weeks? We could do. I'll see about that. Good idea. Ertan is the man. My guess, certainly a lot of people following and enjoying vicariously. Yeah, you're right. We discovered that, as you probably did too, Ertan, but when the race was over, we knew, you know, we had 40,000 people following on Facebook and had a lot of things going on. But when we got the media summary of the race, we realized it was much, much bigger than we thought. And also the things that happened in the next year, you know, you go by, there was a lot of people following that had no idea. So going to be quite interesting. All right. So Ertan, if you could change one thing about the GGR, what would it be?
To be honest, I wouldn't want to change anything in the such that I am happy to go along with everybody else.
Yeah.
It is easy to pick things with things, but you know, it's these are the sort of questions you should ask people like Jean-Luc, who has got the experience of the world on him. He's the boss, and I'm very much a beginner in these things, and I am happy to go along with whatever has been organized.
Yeah, too true. Yeah, it's a balancing act all the way through, but I think that generally the concept is right, and a lot of people enjoy it. And we've got a huge contrast now because we all love the Vendée Globe and all that sort of stuff. But boy, that's really highlighting the technology and the speed and the money and all that sort of stuff. We're back to basics, and people relate to that. So everyone involved with the GGR is in a happy space right now, and there's some good discussions going on. We're about to, I forgot to mention, there will only be 10 people watching this now because it's at the end, but we're having a press conference on the 4th of November here at the Vendée Globe Race Village, and that'll start we hadn't done a lot while the pandemic's on, but now that that's finishing, we're getting back into promoting what's going on. So we'll look forward to spreading the story. Okay. So we're just about done, Ertan. So will your whole family be coming back to the start again when you take off?
Of course.
And will the breakfast still be on?
Absolutely.
Oh,
well,
good.
hopefully next August we'll have some breakfasts together. I will be there in Les Sables d'Olonne. I think you will be also.
Well, you might. Okay, I'll tell you what's happened here. I mean, Jane's in China now. I can't get into China. I can't get back to Australia. So I'm applying for a long-term visa here now for 3 years. And I don't think Jane and I will be back together till maybe February, March. Anyway, long story, but yeah, I'll be spending a lot more time here. And we open the race office will actually open here in July next year, 1 year before the start. We'll have the office here. So yeah, it'll be a bit of fun, eh? I'm quite certain, because I'll have my little boat here too. We can give you a drag race, you know.
Well, we'll look forward to it.
All right, Ertan, great to chat, and we look forward to seeing you. Good luck with the Ostar, eh? We'll be following that with great interest. We'll push it a bit on the GGR social media as well, so you'll have a bit of a following, and yeah, see if it all works properly, eh?
Thank you very much, Don.
All right, good health to you, and we'll see you again soon, eh?
Yeah.
And hi to the family. I know all the families watching. You got a great family. No wonder you pulled out after a week. I can imagine next time they'll just be saying, "Get out of here, go."
Okay.
Okay. All right. See you later, Ertan. Yeah. Bye-bye. See ya. Okay, nice guy. So I'm not sure what's happening next week. Watch out for the notice. It could be 3 silly buggers, or it could be anything, but it'll be a bit of fun because those that watch it, who knows what'll happen. See you later. Bye-bye. Get rid of me. See ya.